So we've done a couple videos on 38, but let's talk about the beach specifically over there. We've got a couple videos on the different accesses and the different neighborhoods, but what actually makes the 38 beaches so special? Stick around, we're gonna show you. I'm AJ and this is
Andrew.
And we're with the Emerald Group right here on the Emerald Coast. We have transitioned into doing multiple videos for you guys. So we are covering the areas of Pensacola to Panama City Beach and everywhere in between. So if you have any questions about the area, or you're just curious, or you like the pretty videos, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and ding the bell so that you get notified every time we do another video.
Yeah, we are getting calls, texts, and emails pretty consistently of people wanting to move to this area. So if that sounds like you, go ahead and reach out to us. Like I said, you can call, text, email. All our information is on the screen. You can send a carrier pigeon, a paper airplane, whatever you would like. And we've got your back when it comes to moving here to the Emerald Coast. All right, so as we are watching some of this footage here, we are going to kind of give you guys a little bit of an insight on what makes our beaches unique, and then we'll go into a little bit of the history for you, nerds out there that like to listen to the fun stuff. I actually really like that stuff, so I'm saying that as a term of endearment here. But so AJ, what do you want to chat about first?
Well, I am a lover of animals, so I want to talk about the ability to bring our furry creatures onto the beach with us, because there's like almost nowhere else in the panhandle, really, like very small places that you can actually bring your dogs. But in South Walton County, right there along 38, you can bring your dogs on like any of the beaches. You just have to get a permit. But as soon as you walk into the accesses, there are big brown bags right there, so it's really easy and convenient to pick up after Fido and make sure that no one's, disappointed by, stepping in anything.
Stepping onto a log.
Yeah, so it's just cool. You do have to go and get a permit that they renew every August. So they're like, I can't remember now, 30 or 40 bucks. And you have to live here. You have to be a resident here or a landowner in order to get one of those tags. And you can't share tags. So if you're, a homeowner, but you rent out your property for however many months out of the year, you can't just leave that tag lying around for your tenants to use, because you can actually get into big trouble for that. And when I say big trouble, I mean they're going to take your tag away and you won't be able to use it for your pup anymore, and that would suck.
And another thing I really like as far as the differences between these beaches on 38 and of course the rest of the Gulf Coast area is the fact that you can get a permit to drive a vehicle on the sand. So if you've got like a big beautiful Jeep and you wanted to drive that on, you do need to get a permit. You do have to meet certain requirements, which include either being a full-time Walton County resident or a Walton County property owner or a Walton County registered voter. They essentially do this as a lottery so that we don't have too many vehicles driving on the beach, messing up our sands, making it look any darker or anything like that. So you can enter into the permit lottery, and the applications begin in April, and then winners are generally notified by email, and then you can purchase the permit from the clerk of court. But definitely something really cool, because now you can pull up your Jeep, your truck, what have you, right there on the beach, pull out all your stuff. But there are only 2 accesses in Walton County, and AJ, correct me, do you remember the exact places?
Yeah, you can do it either on Grayton Beach, which is my favorite beach, so pretty awesome that's where you get to do it, and also on Inlet Beach, which is the easternmost beach on 38, and also has quite a few accesses, so that's a really convenient one as well, and also super beautiful, not near, the busier areas of 38, so they're just very unique beaches along 38, so it's cool that those are the 2 locations where you can bring your vehicles. Also keep in mind, just because you're allowed to doesn't mean your vehicle can necessarily handle it, so it's not a guarantee that your vehicle has the capability to get through that sand. So make sure if you're trying to drive on the sand that you have a vehicle that will, actually make the trip, because there aren't a lot of trees out there to winch yourself out of the sand from. One of the other things that's pretty awesome about our beaches is that you can get a permit to have a bonfire on the beach.
Crazy?
Yeah, that's just awesome. 2 of my favorite things are sitting by a fire and sitting on the beach. So to have both of those together is...
And take your Jeep and your dog with you.
Oh my This is like the best thing ever. Those so there is a fee for that. It's $50 for the permit, and you have to have that permit with you whenever you're at the bonfire. Don't like show up and be like, oh, I forgot my permit at home whenever the folks come and ask you for it. No, it's gonna be a bad day. But definitely look into it. Stop by the winery there on 30A and grab a couple of bottles and enjoy the beach with a fire.
All right, for my friends that like to know the history of everything, I thought this was pretty cool. The sand is actually very unique in our area. I think that's what generally sets us apart, and I've been to so many beaches all across the world, and it definitely, I can tell you from experience, it definitely is what sets us apart. It's like this white powder, almost like sugar, right?
But don't eat it.
Yeah, don't eat it for sure. And so the reason why that happens is actually during the last ice age, so what, 200,000 years ago, the sand was transported from the Appalachian Mountains through the Apalachicola River, and then after, hundreds of thousands of years, 200,000 years of getting broken down into these small oval patterns, that quartz that came down from the mountains gets finely ground up and sits there. So that's actually what's sitting on our beaches is finely ground quartz crystals, believe it or not, which is also probably why it's illegal to take sand off of the beach. So if you are coming here, definitely try not to fill up all of your buckets full of sand and leave, because the authorities don't like that.
It's perfectly okay to track it into your vehicle, though.
Yeah, which you will do with or without anybody's permission. It will happen no matter how much you try. You can use the showers at these beach locations, which almost all of them in our area have, but you're still going to track sand.
Yeah. That's a wrap. We hope that you guys enjoyed learning about 38 beaches as much as we enjoyed recording it for you guys. So definitely come check them out.
And now I've got a sweet new tan. No, not really.
Nope, this is just a black shirt.
Bye. See ya.